Got strong winds tonight. Wind pushing. MD3. I am prepared. I just know they always win, bro. I just know they always in first or second place. So if they don't win, they in second place. I think the Padres won it one year. Did the Padres win the West one year? I don't pay him no mind. Yeah, you was talking about that. You see the clouds? See the clouds over here tonight? That's the stratosphere, that red needle. He ain't the manager no more, is he? Hey, Lexi. He ain't the manager no more. He ain't the manager no more, is he? Hey, Hannah. Me too, bro. Me too, Sniper. Don't understand that. But I understand Indonesia. Oh, he is? And he been manager since 98? He ain't been no manager 27 fucking years. Oh, hell no. He been the manager 27 years. What's up, Ghost Gamer? Oh. No, the Padres was in the playoffs about 4 years ago, maybe. That's bullshit. Padres was in the That's a lie. I'm not talking World Series. I'm talking playoffs. No, man, you brought up some 98 shit, Dave Roberts and all this shit. You brought it up. Exactly. I thought you was talking about Dave Roberts. You brought up 98. You did. I'm good. All I said was I know the Dodgers always winning the West. I say, but I believe the Padres won it one year, is what I said. You brought up 98 and all I'm like, what? I say, is Dave Roberts still a manager? Uh, I, I know of Indonesia, yes. It's beautiful. No, no. I said the playoffs. I said the playoffs. But you asked me what I thought about Dave Roberts, and I say, not much. All I know is the Dodgers either in first or second place, is what I said. But I'm done with it. What's going on in Indonesia, Lexi? Where you go, Sniper? Yeah, it's night here. What time is it in Indonesia? What time is it there? Nothing. Yeah. One time I heard him on the radio, and the Dodgers was up by 13 on the Yankees. They was up by 13. I don't know what the final score was, but I know they was up by 13 runs. I was like, damn. No shit, I don't need no rest. I need a blunt to put me to sleep. CV3 Holmes. ¿Qué pasó? CV3 Holmes. 1, 2, 3. That's how we did it. 1, 2, 3. CV3 Holmes. ¿Qué pasó, carnala? Everything FEMA? Everything FEMA? So I don't need no rest. I need some weed. Did I freeze up? I'm at home. Oh, she gone. I thought one of my dogs was behind me. Man, they got most of them motherfuckers in the 1920s and 30s, man. Hey, Ace and Passion. They got them in the 20s, 30s, and the 40s, man. They got some 70s and 80s, yeah. I'm all right, Ace and Passion. Said it look different. Said about to call tonight, cuz. Took my medicine, man. About to go to bed. Oh, that's fine, Lexi. You can't be sorry because you from Indonesia. Thank you, Ace and Passion. No, Lexi. There's no need of you to be sorry because you from Indonesia. Yeah, I thought Pete and the twin Mike got killed together. But somebody told me no, sir. So that was different nights. But I thought them two was together. That's what I thought. What's up, Jeremy? Shit, Lakers got about 19 too. I think the Celtics went to 20 the last time they won. But the Lakers had 19, 18, 19. Thank you, Ace and Passion. Thank you. $17, $18? Okay. I know they was right there with each other. Thank you. Yeah, Rob just said that. Rob Moses just said that. I thought it was 1920, but I know they was like that. 17, 18. I thought it was 1920. What football organization got the most trophies? The Cowboys, right? Who got the most trophies? The Cowboys or Pittsburgh? I think the Cowboys got like 6 or 7. Right? Who got more than them? Cowboys got 5. What Raiders got? 5? What Raiders got? 5? Jets got 1. Bears got 1. Raiders got at least 4, cuz the Cowboys got 5. Oh, hell no. Raiders gotta have at least 4. Shit. That's bullshit. They won in the 60s, 70s, 80s. That's it? Oh, hell no. Man, come on. So what, 81, 83 was LA Raiders? '81, '83 was LA Raiders then. Unless they went back to Oakland and got one. Did he get one in the 60s? I thought they won one like in the decade. 60s, 70s, 80s. Like that. Seattle won one. Right? Seattle won one. Who else won one? Baltimore won one. Okay, you have to say. 83. Well, you said 81, nigga. I know they won one as a LA Raider. Because they won before LA Rams did it. Rams didn't do it till they was St. Louis Rams. Then they came back and won LA Rams. How many the Niners got? What's up, Junior L? What 49ers got? 4-5? Packers won in the... Packers beat New England in the 90s. Reggie White, Brett Favre now. They beat New England, Bill Parcells now, in New Orleans in 90-something. That's the year I went before Halloween. 49ers got 5. So 49ers got 5. Dallas got 5. You say Pittsburgh, New England got 6. Kansas City got what, 3? Chicago got 1. The Jets got 1. The Ravens got what, 1 or 2? The Ravens. Ravens got 1. Cincinnati didn't win none yet, right? Cincinnati ain't won it yet, right? Yeah, I don't want to hear them 90s, man. Yeah, you talking about when it was just NFL championships, bro. The Cleveland Browns won an NFL championship. The Cleveland Browns was NFL before they slid over to the AFL. Cleveland Browns won an NFL championship. The Rams won an NFL championship. When the AFL came out, the Bills won an AFL championship. But we just trying to figure out everybody who at least won. We know Seattle got 1, at least 1 or 2. Seattle. Who else? Indianapolis. Denver. Denver won at least 3 or 4. Indianapolis won at least 2 or 3. The Giants won a couple. They beat my Bills in the Super Bowl. The Redskins won some. How many the Redskins won? Super Bowls. Redskins got at least 3. 2 or 3. The Redskins got 3. Shit, man, my motherfucking back, huh? Fucking back hurt, y'all. '82, '87, '91. Yeah, that's when they had the Hogs, man. I used to like them. Miami Dolphins won Super Bowls. Exactly. Miami Dolphins won some. Miami Dolphins got at least 3. Right? At least 3. The Dolphins. Yeah. See, we forgot about them Fiends, man. I should have remembered their ass. They in my division. What's happening, Purrs? What's happening? They only got 2. They went back to back, though. I believe the Dolphins went back to back when they did. I got Chime. I got Chime. I ain't got Zell. Undefeated. So did. Back to back. What was the biggest upset in Super Bowl history? Pittsburgh got, yeah. Bingo. The Jets wasn't supposed to beat the Colts. Yeah. The Jets were not supposed to beat the Colts. No way. And then Broadway Joe got a little bit too much pussy one night. And he got on TV and guaranteed they was going to win the game. So we going to win the game. And the rest is history. Old Broadway was a motherfucker. That nigga got to town. Every single woman in town was draped on Cuz. And that nigga was wearing mink coats when he showed up. He put on minks. I'm over there. It's my stage. It's my time to shine. And he got a little too cocky, man. Shit. They putting that coochie on his ass. Shit. He come out to that press conference. He say, as a matter of fact, we gonna win the game. And they beat him. They say that was like David versus Goliath type shit. Yeah. See, hey, Nikki. See, I always been an AFL fan. Me. See, I understand the history of professional football in America. Baseball too. Basketball, whatever. The football giants. Mm-hmm. Because we lost my Bills, we lost our Super Bowls to all NFC East teams. Washington beat us, the Giants beat us, and the Cowboys beat us twice. Eating ice cream, watching TV with my dogs. That's what I'm doing, Nikki. What you doing? Yeah, wide right, man. Yeah. All AFC East teams. I think Washington quarterback was Mark Rippons. Giants quarterback was either Phil Collins or that other dude. And the Cowboys was Troy Aikman. With Jeff Hostetler. That's why I say, oh, that other dude. Him. Yeah, him. That motherfucker, he just came out of nowhere. Yeah. I said, I thought it was Phil Sims. I said Collins, though. My bad. I said that singer name, but I meant Sims. That's why I say it was Sims. That's why I said it was Sims or that other dude. Yeah. I said Phil Collins. I was thinking about the singer. But I meant Phil Sims. Y'all know what I meant. And I said, oh, the other dude. I just couldn't remember his name. But that's him, Jeff Hostetler. He was a tall motherfucker, too. He about 6'6". He about 6'6", cuz. Jeff Hostetler. Yeah, Phil Collins. I like him. The singer. They gonna start winning, Jason. We went to the Raiders, and I remember. That was after the Giants, right? He went to the Raiders. He made a name for himself, and somebody tried to pay him a little something to slide over here, man. That's all that was. Yeah, fucking Hostella beat us, man. Sure the fuck did, cuz. Hostella beat us, cuz. Man. Exactly. Hey, Snoopy. Question is this. Did Phil Sims ever win one? Jay Strader was a bust. Jay Strader. Where was Jay Strader from? UCLA? Okay. Phil Sims did win one. I thought, okay. I think it was UCLA. Big old tall blonde. Larry Brown had that one big time Super Bowl game, huh? What Super Bowl was that Larry Brown got like 3 or 4 interceptions in that Super Bowl? Larry Brown was defensive back, right? That was against Pittsburgh. That nigga got like 3 or 4 interceptions, cousin. I think he ran one back. That's why he got MVP shit. Neil O'Donnell. Yeah, he he wasn't the top. Neil O'Donnell didn't get him there. Pittsburgh defense did. Pittsburgh always been carried by defense, bro. Yeah. Pittsburgh, Baltimore defense is the only reason why they made it to the Super Bowl. Defense. Pittsburgh, probably the best quarterback ever on Pittsburgh was, but they had defense. They had the steel curtain. They had Mean Joe Green. They had Jack Ham. They had defense, bro. Mel Blunts, and they had defense. And that's how Pittsburgh was. The best quarterback Pittsburgh ever had was Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger ass is 6'8", 6'9", big, tall motherfucker. They couldn't tackle Roethlisberger, y'all. Y'all act like y'all... Yeah, they had Greenwood, man. They had defense. Pittsburgh. See, back in the 60s, 70s, defense. They had defense, man. They weren't giving you a fucking yard, bro. They didn't want to give you a yard. And back then, you could try to take niggas' heads off and all that shit. Nigga break for 10 yards, they be mad. I'm gonna take this nigga head off when he come around here again. No, I mean, Terry Bradshaw was a good enough quarterback. Oh, he was definitely good enough. I'm not discrediting the quarterbacks or nothing, but I'm just saying, it was them team. They was dominating defenses, bro. Dominating. That's why I love defense. That's why I love defense. I don't want to give you shit. Not an inch if we don't have to. Yeah, you know, that was my mentality when I played. I mean, we don't want to give these motherfuckers a yard, cuz. We be in the huddle. We don't want to give them a yard, man. I'm telling you, man. Look, that's how we were. And we was coached, take that motherfucker out the game. So we start blasting your kneecaps on purpose. But now these motherfuckers is soft. Now you can't do that shit no more. You gonna get fined, all that shit. In 69 Jets. Yeah, they had, I'm not saying they didn't have offense. All I'm saying is, back then, you had dominating defenses. The Ravens were a dominating defense when they won that shit. They was top 1 and 2 in the league in yards allowed, sacks, interceptions, pressure, whatever it was. They dominated the categories. Pittsburgh was like that. Joe Greenwoods, and that's how the Colts were when they said the Jets ain't gonna beat them. Look, that's how the Colts were. They was dominating on both sides of the ball. They were number one offense, this, number one that, number one that. In defense, they were number one this, number one that, number one that. But they was everything. And they say, ain't no way in the world the Jets can beat that. In the American Football League is new. See, the Colts is NFL. The Cleveland Browns is NFL. There was NFLs, Packers. You know, there was NFL teams. Yeah, the Colts and all that. That's why the Jets played the Colts in the Super Bowl. But after the mergers and shit, they start shuffling it around. They moved the Colts over to the AFL. They moved, they got to move motherfuckers around. Bubba Smith. Mike Curtis was the middle linebacker. Mike Curtis was the Colts middle linebacker. He was number 32. Linebacker. Used to love him. Chris Hamburger. He was the Washington Redskins linebacker. He was number 55. Willie Lanier, Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, that was my man, Mike Curtis. Knock your fucking lights out. Naniski on the Packers. Knock your fucking teeth out your mouth. And of course, Dick Buckus, man. My football idol. Dick Buckus. That's how I play. Forearm, nigga. Forearm, nigga. I'm gonna knock your neck off. You come running through here. I got that from old Dick. Oh no, don't you come through here. Forearm. Forearm tackle. Right across your neck, nigga. Better duck down. That's how I play. I play like Dick Buckus, man. I'm trying to take your ass out. You went to Compton High School? You see, from Linwood, Kevin Costner, Linwood. Kevin Costner, Linwood, went to Compton High. Yeah, we played rough when we was growing up, Victoria. Yeah, Kevin Costner, Linwood, but went to Compton High. Kevin Costner. Crazy, huh? Yeah, but see, you could be no wimp and play football. That's why some parents didn't let their sons play football. And like, no, he ain't getting hurt. Because they knew how we was playing. So some parents wouldn't let these boys, he can play baseball, basketball or something. I don't want to play football. They wouldn't let these boys play football. Unless they know their son was tough. Who, Pete? But y'all always talking about Pete. But it was JuJu. Don't get me wrong. I know about Mexican Pete, Chino, S.A. Rap, Chewy, Mingo, Benitos. I know all them dudes. But it was JuJu before them. JuJu was the first Mexican SBC I knew. Was JuJu. Jesus. It was JuJu. Yeah, because he was with Turtle. And he had a 38. And he was a little Mexican kid. Everybody like, who the little Mexican kid with the gun? I don't know Bad Action Hector. They shot him. Yeah. But we had all kind of Mexicans, homie. Man, we had like at least 60 of them. At least 60 of them. And you can find at least 50 of them on Willow. Between Palmer and Compton Boulevard. At JuJu. At JuJu spot. Yeah, I'm telling. I got little Louie and Chewy in my tombstone. I got 2 essays in here. I got little Louie and Chewy in here. Sapo for CD Threads did these, Victoria. Sapo from the Threads did these. Essay from Colonial Wigan did these. He's from Colonial Wigan that did these. The Smiley from Indio. Smiley from Indio and Smiley from Southside Pasadena did some of these. Red from Vardio Norwalk did the mini on my neck. Did the mini. JuJu was the first to go in. And JuJu had issues with the Sureños because he was a Crip. JuJu did. But JuJu didn't PC up or nothing. They couldn't get him to PC up. JuJu had, because JuJu was in Preston. He was in Big Boy YA. Now Mexican Rap was in El Paso. Yeah, you can get away with it there in that Nellis. You know, certain youth authorities, yeah, a Mexican, a white boy, or whoever could get away with cripping or being a blood gang. But if you go to big time YA, like YTS in Preston, oh hell no. You're gonna have problems. Yeah. JuJu was Crip, S.A. Rab was Crip, blocking it up, cripping, all that shit when they was in YA. Oh hell yeah. I think Pete went to jail too. That's juvenile, sweetheart. It ain't gonna work, county jail, penitentiary, or big time YA. It's only 2 big time YAs. It's YTS and Preston. Oh hell no. Oh, it'll be tough. It'd be tough to do in prison. Especially in these times. What the Santanas, the Santana Block Crip that were Mexicans changed to Compton, Barrio, Willow Street. They changed. They fell into format. So I'm not mad at them. JuJu still got Santana Block tattooed on him. But they changed to Compton, Barrio, Willow Street. But see, I try to get them to change way before then. I tried to do it. But they wasn't listening to me. Well, when the black and brown conflict happened, they got pushed out their territory. So they went over there on Tamarind by Tubman. They didn't go exactly in the Spooktown territory, but they was on Tamarind. They was living over in that area. I remember Watts, Vardio, Grape Streets, before Grape Street was. And that was a Mexican gang. Watts, Vardio, Grape Street. The blacks was doing Grape Street Watts. When they flipped to Willow Street, yes. When they flipped it to Willow Street, yeah. But see, Ditto from Largo, Big Ditto, rest in peace, came to my mama house to talk to me about the Mexicans from Santana. Big Ditto did. And Big Ditto remember us because we backed up Scar from Largo against Compton Vardio 70 Chicos at the Compton Courthouse. No, they didn't give up the black friendship like you're saying, bro. They just stopped claiming Crip and claimed Willow Street. But they were Santana Block Crips Willow Street. Because we had RSW. Some of us would write SBC Rose Street. Some of us would write SBC Spring Willow Street. Somebody put RSW for all three of the streets. But the Midtown side, we were staged on each block. You see what I'm saying? The Oaks Park side, they went by 1600. That wasn't going on when I was around. You see what I'm saying? We had RSW, then we had the Oaks Park homies. The only difference was they had Mac Divot go in between their Rose Spring and Willow Street. Was the only difference. And on our side of Rosecrans, Santa Fe, Rose Spring, and Willow, Oaks Park side of Rosecrans is Willow, McDivitt, Spring, and Rose. Rose, Spring, McDivitt, Willow. We ain't got that Willow the McDivitt to cut through our side. Yeah, Victoria, shit. They Ditto can't talk to me. Because when we was at the courthouse when the Pyru shot at us and the police. The police had us jacked. The police had us jacked in Oaks Park. And the Pyrus was looking for us. And when they spot us, they start busting. And the police bust back. They didn't know they was the police because they was in an unmarked car. No, Pete didn't. Pete didn't. S.A. Rab didn't. Chino didn't. But most of our Mexicans was Willow Street. That's where he lived. And Linwood Vardio Paragons ran with him. See, they were shooting up Pyrus but other Mexican gangs. Yeah, that's my Ruka, Rob. Nigga, I'm tres. You didn't know I was tres, puto? You didn't know I was tres, puto? Huh? See, tres, puto? You didn't know that? So let me who bang on your ass. And that's my girl. Yeah, that's what we used to say when we see Largo's 155s. We used to yell, I see me tres, puto. That's what we used to say. No, it's good. But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Back when we had like 40, 50 Mexicans, they was on Willow. That's where they lived. On Willow. But Pete lived on Rose. S.A. Rab lived on Rose. Chino lived on Rose. Little Louise lived on Rose behind us. But little Louise hung on Willow. You see what I'm saying? So when we was at the courthouse, when the Piru shot at us, when the police had us jammed up, we was up at the courthouse to see who them niggas was. Because the police called them. And while we was up there, Scar from Largo was up there. And it was a bunch of 7-0 Chicos. And they spot Scar. It was who banging on Scar. But we figured out they were 7-0s. So we asked Scar, we said, where you from, homie? He said, man, I'm from Largo, man. He said, these motherfuckers, I said, don't worry about it, cuz we got your back. We said, what? We said, who? They 7-0? He said, what's 7-0? He said, 7-0 Chicos. What he told us. We said, oh no, homie, don't trip. We got your back. But they was down with the Pirus. Noodles Park. 7-0 Chicos. So we told them, y'all ain't fucking with him. You know, we gonna get down with him then. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. You know, we stood up for Scar. But Scar made a phone call. That's when they had them pay phones on the walls and shit in the hallways. Scar made a phone call, cuz. And 3 Mexicans come out that elevator, right? One of them was bald-headed. That was Ditto. He was thick and shit. He had that old barbarian tattoo, or that old barbarian with the type of tattoo on his thing. He had one of those. Ditto came out, and you could see the air come out of them 7-0s when they saw cuz. And that day I knew, I said, whoever this dude is the man. And fucking Scar ran over there to him, got saying something to him. Shit. Ditto on them, they walked up on them motherfuckers. They was talking to him and saying some shit to him and walked off. He came over there to us and said, man, Orderly Holmes, my boys told me, man, y'all had his back. We said, yeah, man, we don't fuck with them Chicos, bro. We said, Orderly Holmes, man, we appreciate that, man. Right on, man, for having my homie back. We said, it ain't no thing. So Ditto was familiar with the Santanas from the courthouse incident. And but anyway, next time I ran across Ditto was in front of my mama's house. In front of my mama's house, cuz he pulled up and parked on the opposite side of the street. It was three of them in the car. Ditto got out. Him and another one. Driver stayed in. They got out and walked up to us. I was in the yard. He said, how you doing, Holmes? He said, I believe I could talk to you. And I said, yeah, you can talk to me. Because he remembered me from the courthouse. And that's when he explained, he said, are those Mexicans on Willow Street from your hood? If they Santana, I said, yeah, they claim Santana. What I told him. So they Holmes, he say, man, we can have problems with the. I said, what's going on? He said, man, they be shooting. I said, what? Said, yeah, they be shooting at us, Holmes. And I'm like, I said, well, we ain't got no issue with Largo. He said, orderly, that's what I'm talking about. He said, we don't want no issues. But you say them dudes claim to sadness. He said, but man, you know, if they in jail, they ain't gonna be able to do that. And I said, yeah, I know. He said, now they might get away with it in juvenile hall. And he said, they hit the county jail Pinta, it ain't gonna work. And I said, yeah, I know that. You know what I'm saying? I see shit, they boy had problems in Preston claiming this shit, the hood. But I told him, I said, well, man, I'm gonna go over and talk to him. Try to talk to him, right? And that's when Ditto told me, he said, man, we don't, he said, exactly. I said, because we ain't got nothing going on with Largo. He said, exactly. This is what he told me. He said, exactly, huh? That's what I'm talking about. So I went on Willow Street, talked to them. JuJu, Mingo, Benitos, all of them was there. When I talked, them Largo, them Paragons was with them too. When we had the big ass, when I had the big ass, as a matter of fact, I got swooped up in the gang sweep with them. That's when they was had the paddy wagons and swooping up. Documenting us game. I ain't lying, because it was a hot day. I didn't have a shirt on. And I went and got something to drink at the Stone Compton Boulevard. Before I come over there, I said, man, I'm going to talk to y'all. I'll be back. I went and got something to drink. That's why I remember it so well. And I was telling them, like how back in the old days when we Midtown, I said, the hood, this was CV3. We was down with them. They was down with us. You know, is what I was telling them. You know, I said, y'all could be like CV3s or something. We just be down with, you know, each other. So y'all ain't really got to, because, man, y'all go, when y'all go to jail, that's if you go to county, you know, that's it, man, they go, y'all ain't going to be able to get away with claiming crap. I said, I asked JuJu, I said, JuJu, you have problems in Preston, man? Tell them. JuJu said, yeah, I did. You know what I mean? But they didn't just stop claiming it right away. But eventually they did. They went to Compton Body or Willow Street. And then when the conflict happened, they had a few powwows with the homies. I don't want to discuss none of it. You understand? Because because of statute of limitations, man. So, but anyway, when the conflict happened, Victoria, they end up sliding over there on Tamarind. You know, on the other side of Compton High, the other side of Spooktown. They slid over that part of town. They weren't on Willow like that no more. But yeah, you know, JuJu was the guy. You know, that's my guy, JuJu. But don't get me wrong, I love him. I was tight with Chino. Chino, Leonard Dagnino. He rest in peace. S.A. Rab, that's his little brother. S.A. Rab crazy. Yeah, he don't want to kill that man across the street from my mom and them house. That's what he went to YA for. Tubman and guys who wasn't too smart. They considered, book smart. If you were slow in class and, dropping behind, can't keep up, they put you in Tubman. Or you was a trouble ass nigga, always causing some shit. You go to Tubman. You stayed in some shit, or your, educational levels seem to be subpar. You ain't keep your grades up. You ain't, then you go to Tubman. Because they don't want you around 300 fucking students. There's 400 students, 500 students. 7th, 8th, and 9th graders is all at one place in junior high. In high school, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like to get you caught up. You could get out of Tubman and get back in regular school. Or if you was a problem, everywhere you go, it's an issue. You're in the shit and all that. They can monitor you better at Tubman. See, Yogi, Batman, Turtle, few niggas was at Tubman from the hood. Yogi, I know Yogi was going. Boo Boo, I think. Batman, Turtle, I think Crip Doctor was going to Tubman. Karate Man, I think, went to Tubman. So many niggas used to walk to Tubman when we was going to Roosevelt. Because we'd go east on Compton Boulevard so we could head to Roosevelt. Them niggas used to go west, heading to Tubman. But in the beginning, Turtle and all them was walking to Roosevelt with us. Me, Turtle, Whiskies. We all met up, all us, the guys, the girls, the shit in the neighborhood. We all walked to Roosevelt for 3 years. But see, my sisters one grade ahead of me. Another one was 2 grades ahead of me. So when I hit Roosevelt, I had a sister in the 8th and 9th. And then GQ and them daddy them had the school called McDonald's. Academy block type school type shit. And the little youngsters who was on probation and shit for shootings and gang banging activity, they was going there. My brother Hub went there. T-Wee went to Clark McDonald. Yeah, me and Turtle was at Roosevelt. And Whiskey. Me and Whiskey was in the same class. But Whiskey older than me. But somebody told me Whiskey flunked. Yeah, we all went to Roosevelt. Turtle was at Roosevelt before he ended up at Tubman. Boo Boo and Yogi was at Whaley. Then they end up at Tubman. Batman was at Roosevelt. End up in Tubman. I don't remember Baby Crip at Roosevelt. I think Baby Crip and fucking Crip. I think Turtle wasn't at Dominguez with us. Was he? I don't remember Turtle at Dominguez. I don't remember Turtle on the bus with us going to school or nothing like that. Now that you bring that up. I don't remember Turtle riding the school bus with us. The school. To Dominguez. I remember Cub walking to Roosevelt and Tubman with us for sure. No. Keefy D went to school with my brothers. I went to school with Keefy D, older brother and sister. I went to school with Baby Lane, Mama, and the other brother. Baby Lane, Mama, and the other brother. The other Davis. Them two was at Roosevelt with me. Not Keefy D. He was younger. He went with Harold and all them. I was in jail when them niggas in junior high. I was in jail when them niggas in junior high. I was in jail, Gangsta Hub, T-Wee, Mondo, Fat Daddy. All them dudes is in junior high school. Big Bam. Niggas like them. Shit, Gregory Nixon probably was still in elementary at that time. Guys, like the old BGs, they was in elementary school. When I went to jail, they was in elementary. Like that type of shit. And like I say, I didn't even complete one semester at Dominguez. I got kicked out because we shot a gun in the air out there. I was with some Atlantic Drive homies when that shit. When Cuz did that shit. But we all left. We bounced, but we showed up for school the next day, got called in the office, some of us. Some of we was out there with a gun. Like, who telling y'all that's a goddamn lie? Who told y'all that was that type of bullshit where y'all can't return? We sending notifications to the parents that y'all cannot return upon meeting. And I used to try to find the mail so my mom and them couldn't get it. I used to try to beat my mom and them to the mail. But my mama found out I wasn't in school. I was supposed to check in L.A. Jordan, man. I was supposed to check my ass in L.A. Jordan, man. See, that's where I fucked up at. I didn't do it. Still had my ass in school, man. I probably just would have been in trouble in Watts. Yeah, I was supposed to check my ass in L.A. Jordan, man, but I got to running with Too Sweet. Me and Too Sweet, man, we was tearing shit up, cuz I probably did more robberies with Too Sweet than anybody. Me and Too Sweet, we was getting them. Yeah, that was my downfall, man. That's why I tell y'all, go to school, man. Get your education, man. Earn your money, man. Obey the law. Do the right thing, man. Yeah, that's when my life went downhill. When Dominguez told me, you ain't coming back here. So, got to run in the streets, man, riding the bus, going to Long Beach and shit like that. And, you know, just stayed out in the streets, cuz, and uh, stalk and pray. Looking for somebody weaker than you that, you know, you can bully them out these shit, you know. I snatched a gun from an old security guard. He had to be like 70, 80 years old. I'm like, he shouldn't be out here with no gun anyway. Yeah, Rob Moses, nigga hit the streets, cuz, doing wrong, robbing people, stealing and carrying on. Say that again, cuz. So me and Jesse, we was just robbing and stealing. Robbing and stealing. You know, I see some lady walking with her purse and I think I can snatch that bitch from her. I'll do that, you know. Shit like that. You know. I did a few robberies with JB, J-Dog, and them out in front of Brownies. We used to we used to wait on victims to come pull up in Brownies like a fool. And we used to have homies come from behind and put them in a full Nelson, and I try to knock them out and dig their pockets out. You throw them on the ground, we break. We'll break, cuz. Down Willow and McDivitt somewhere. We split the money up. Or whatever we got. And we're waiting about another hour or so, let it kind of like simmer down. And we'll go back, wait on somebody else to do the same thing that person just did. Tehachapi. My brother H is in Tehachapi. Before they sent him to Soledad. Yeah, that's what happened, huh? Then me and Jesse robbed them 2 houses on Rose. And he got it to one of the homegirls and she called the police on us. Because she knew what we did. So we was in there talking about it, splitting the money up and all that shit. And the food stamps, all that. We had money, food stamps. And he slapped her because I don't know what the fuck they got to tripping about. He ended up slapping her. She got, man, motherfucker. That bitch walked out there and went call the police. Said they just robbed some people on roads and all that. We said, well, we got them. You know, how niggas run their mouth. We run our mouth around Sandra and them like that. And yeah, she called the police on us, cuz. Police came and arrested. First, they went to that house. She told them, we think we robbed her. Police went and got a report from there. So enough, arrest Jesse. They was looking for me. Almost he said, police said they looking for you. Hey, Nick. Then I remember that other incident when I chased Cuz with the 357. First, I pointed it in the homegirl face. Then I went after that nigga, but he broke, cuz I was on his ass too. If I'd have called Cuz that day, I'd have killed him. I swear I would have. I was mad in the motherfucker. And the police was looking for me too. I was hiding in the bathroom at Wilson Park. I wasn't hiding, I was just in the bathtub. I was in the bathroom smoking cigarette shit. And all the little kids, my little brother and them, and Big Bam, them, they was kids then. Big Bam, my brothers, Gregory next. They was like, Harvey, the police looking for you. they would come warning me, letting me know what's going on. So I finally came on out that motherfucker, walked up the street. They said, there you go. Police. Come grab my ass, cuz. You went to the pen, Rob? Never been in prison in my life, man. I went to visit my nephew in a fire prison. And I went and visited Big Smiley from 107 Hoover in Old Folsom. That's the only time I ever stepped my foot in a prison. But I wasn't the prison. Oh, your homie? Never been in prison either. That throw a lot of motherfuckers off the wall when I say that, young man. I ain't never been in prison. They be like, whoa. But you know, everybody been. Everybody. But I came close though. And after that jury say not guilty, I had to talk to myself. I had a long talk with me. I see Sag, man. Nigga, you need to think before you react, boy. As I say, you can go from eating a sandwich and watching TV to 17 years in prison, just like that. Just like that. Is what I end up saying. I said, so I screwed my head on my neck a little tighter, man. I wasn't quick to react to shit too much no more. see, that's what I motherfuckers don't know about me, cause I learned long goddamn time ago, man. Shit. You know what I mean? I was far from a goddamn dummy, man. Y'all think I didn't pick up on shit and learn when I was out there in them streets? And why you little niggas don't learn from these niggas ahead of y'all? Y'all see these niggas crash out or went by some shit wrong, and you motherfuckers still turn around and do it yourself, man. I ain't lying, cuz I done seen shit happen to niggas. I say, I ain't going out like that, cuz. Oh, fuck no. Ain't no way in the world a nigga gonna do me like that and get away with it. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, Rob Moses, you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised, man. What a nigga capable of. That's why a lot of niggas don't like me. They know I know too goddamn much, bro. If I wanted to be a run your mouth, tattletale ass nigga, and that and the third, I can have at least 40 motherfuckers in court going to jail right now. If I just set my ass down and did a Book of Eli confession. Now, I may not give you exact dates and time of the day or the time of the night, but I can give you years, months, and I can give you something. On niggas, on me, and whatever. That's why I say niggas need to keep their goddamn mouth shut on you. Some of you niggas. Because some of you niggas is really in these streets, man, doing your shit. But y'all seem to forget, like, ain't nobody know what the fuck y'all was doing when y'all was in them. I can easily sit my ass down at somebody's desk and do a Book of Eli goddamn confession. This year, 70 this, 80 this, 90 that, 80 this, 70 that. This month, that month, yeah, over here. Oh, it was over there. It was on that street. Yeah, it was whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That went over there and did that one. Blah, 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 blah. If I want to run my motherfucking mouth. But I know better. I can say, oh no, it wasn't him. That was Cuz. You know what I mean? Why y'all think all these goddamn crimes is going unsolved? 80% of the murders is unsolved. Most of these goddamn drive-bys and sneak attacks and niggas is murdered and killed, they ain't catch nobody. Well, back in our time, they catching these niggas on Instagram Lives and shit now. But back in our time, they weren't busting nobody. I could go ahead and confess to niggas who dead now and tell y'all who they killed. That people think somebody else killed them. But the dude that dead is the killer. But I still won't say nothing about that. They say, oh, they ain't snitching if they dead, bro. Yes, it is. It's still snitching, nigga. I could do that kind of shit if I want to, but I won't. Ain't got nothing to do with these motherfuckers on here, cuz. You know what I mean? Y'all be surprised what the fuck I know, man. I know some things, bro. I'm far from goddamn dummy. And I was a true participant. Niggas can sit up here and talk shit about South Sag. Ain't shit Sag, but Sag know a whole lot though, nigga. All right, I'm gone, man. I've been about an hour and a half, man. Shit. I wasn't meaning to stay this motherfucking long, cuz. But I did. Yeah. Make a stroll around, make a stroll around real quick. But yeah, man, you know. I don't understand these niggas how they do on here, man, running their mouths the way they do, you know. And then some of these motherfuckers, they got business. Won't you say bye? Some of these niggas, they hot as a firecracker. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. And then some of you niggas, you may not be hot, but you got family members and shit involved in shit. And you gonna have their names resurfacing. Talking about it. Now shut the fuck up, man. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, it's just some shit I'm not gonna talk about, bro. Then they sit up here and talk shit about some niggas and carrying on, and they ain't got no business with a nigga, man. Leave that shit alone. Shut the fuck up, cuz. You know what I mean? And You know, mind your own goddamn business, man. That's why I got as far as I got. By being fair and staying in my own goddamn lane, bro. You know, I ain't trying to fucking participate. I ain't in no competition, man. With now niggas. Shit, nigga, I ain't in no competition with you. You know what I mean? That's the motherfucking problem. Oh, these niggas wanna outdo the next. I ain't trying to outdo now, nigga, cuz. Y'all do your shit, bro. Just don't be on here fucking fronting. Not you niggas. Bigger than the program or something, cuz.
That's one of the reasons why I've become a big Premier League soccer fan. Timing of the game. So in England, they're 5 hours ahead of us. So most times I'm watching games Saturday morning at 7 a.m., 9 a.m., maybe 11 if it's like a later game. And I love watching sports in the morning, more than I ever thought I would. Like watching highlights is one thing, but watching a live sport event in the morning, I absolutely love it because it's like I get all excited to watch the games. Then when it's over, I go on about my day. It's so much fun. I mean, I felt like
my knob is fucking up for my window, cuz. I'm put it back in, but it find its way out sometimes. To get to experience those things in another country, and I'm excited to get to watch. Yeah, me neither, bro. It didn't take me under neither, man. But, 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 by the grace of God, flash flood warning. God put me on a different path, man. I wish it was a lot sooner. But I became a father, man. I became a father, man. I came home from work one day and this woman here told me, I'm pregnant with your child. And ever since that day, I changed my life immediately. I said, I ain't doing this no more, I ain't doing that, that. Anything I knew that could get me locked up or killed, I said, I ain't gonna be doing it. I got a child on the way. I got a child on the way. I seen niggas who kept on selling dope, running the streets, and go to jail on their kids. I seen niggas get killed on their kids and shit. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be doing that shit. If I'm gonna be around, I can't do that. So I didn't do it. Stop selling rocks, or I still packed the gun because I was in a dangerous environment. I said, I'm gonna have me a weapon too. Niggas shooting, I'ma shoot. So, but I kept a gun. But I wasn't trying to steal nothing, rob nothing. I wasn't selling no more dope, nothing like that. So I ain't gonna do it. I knew better. Good thing I wasn't a crack smoker and nothing like that as a father. I got past that part of my life. I knew niggas who was on dope as a father. Alcoholics and all. I said, I ain't doing that. All day, wow. Yeah, I knew better, Rob. I didn't become a father till I was 30. That's why I said I got little homies. Kids older than mine. Them niggas is making baby, they 15, 16 years old. fathers already. You know, I'm 5 years older than them. They kids 10 years older than me. My kids in the 30s. One of my kids just hit 40. I got little homies, old BGs. They kids fucking 40, 50. You know what I mean? Shit. Them niggas making babies long before me. And I was 30 when I became a father. I was 50 something as a grandfather. When I first became a grandfather, I was 50 something. 52, 50, 52 or something. I knew other niggas, they was 37, 38 grandfathers already. At 21, see? I was 30. So, you know, I was kind of mature, man. You know, and I took my ass straight to work. You feel me? That's how I took care of my family. That's how I made sure the lights stayed on. They had some groceries, able to do laundry, and I took my ass to work. You know what I mean? Nigga wasn't trying to steal nothing. You know, nah, fuck it. I earned my living. And I did. You feel me? That's exactly what your boy said did, Rob Moses. Took my ass to work, man. And like I said, I always been my own man, you know, so you know, I don't give a fuck what a nigga just say what about mine. You know, I'm on my pop smoke. I know how to shoot and I know how to fight. Tell your ass twice, nigga. Shit. I'm on Mr. Pop Smoke. If I tell your ass once, I'll tell you twice, motherfucker. Shit. When motherfuckers say, huh? What you say? They heard you the first motherfucking time. You know what I mean? When they come on with that, huh? What you say? Motherfuckers, you heard me the first time. That's why you said, huh? What you say? I left the day after Thanksgiving, 1990, is when it was official. When it became official.
Oh, we was in front of him. Let's go 12. Yeah, we were in front of you.
12, then. K-12. K-12, dog. He's about to kill this nigga. You know, I was out the motherfucking way. Out of reach. Out of sight, out of mind. What Burdock say? Out of sight, out of mind. Know what I mean? Out of sight, out of mind.
Welcome, valued customer. Place your item in the bagging area. If you have your shopper's card, scan it now. Scan your shopper's card or Kroger Pay. Enter. Your total is $1. $1. If you system processing, swipe or insert card and follow instructions on pin pad. Remember to take your receipt.
That's coming on sale.
Remember to take your receipt and your change. Thank you. Remove all purchased items.
Yeah, Dean. Oh, Dean, that's my guy, man. He be fucking with me on Facebook. Used to be Dean, JuJu, Scrunchy, and Jelly. That's it. Them three niggas is them four niggas is sick. And like me and Sammy, we used to get around. We all out in LA and shit. And me and Sammy, we be hitting up all over LA, man. East side, west side. Me and Sammy hitting up. We used to see Dean and them all hitting up out there too in LA. Damn cool. Look at the homies right here. Dean, JuJu, SBCCs and all. We seen them all in A Trey Gangsta Hood hitting up. We said, damn, look at the homies hitting up over here. Oh, Dean. Yeah, Dean, he done. He don't be fucking around no more. Can't be mad at him, cuz I'm not.